Okay. So we decided to do our journal in question video journal format. And we're going to just ask each other questions and we're going to answer how we actually feel. So we haven't even discussed this. So it's all new information to our ears. It's raw. Okay, so the first question we thought of is so we both got critical errors in our clinic so far. I have 2, she's 1, and we're going to just discuss our experiences.
Because we know it's like a weekly journal, but we don't really, my critical errors from last term, but yours is last week.
Mine's pretty recent. So we're going to talk about this. Anyway, so our first one is what was our critical error for? So do you want to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay, you go first.
So my first critical error was because I came in late once, and no, sorry.
She came in late.
Clinic was at 8:30 a.m. and I called at I think 8:30 to let them know I was running late, just because I didn't realize I was too busy to think about calling the clinic. And so I got a warning, and then the second, actually a few days later, I did the same thing again because I was having car issues, and I ended up coming in late again. Well, I was only late by 15 minutes, but it was still, I had a warning, and then I did it again, so I got a critical error.
Okay, so mine was kind of similar pertaining to organization, just on a different scale. So I wasn't late, but I just wasn't, my first critical error, I wasn't really prepared with my documentation or my organization. And then my second critical error was kind of the same deal. So I think mine was more around documentation wise and being prepared for clinic and just kind of knowing all my information about my client. So maybe organization on more of a clinical level, but maybe getting on time management level.
Mine was more like professionalism.
Oh, she can hear us. I'm scared. Okay, so our second question is the improvement we need to make. So for mine, I feel like I need to improve on maybe just a little bit of getting all my stuff together and collecting all my things and knowing my client before I come in and making sure everything is all sound and perfect before calling a teacher over. So I think that's one area where I could improve, just because I've noticed I've been lacking in that area.
A way I could change something to make sure it didn't happen again was to wake up earlier, just in case I did run into a problem on my way to school. So I bought an alarm clock and I set it
Me too.
I bought an alarm clock, set it an hour early, just in case if I ran into trouble, I'd have enough time for a plan B. And then just making sure my car was reliable and I had a reliable source to school, which I then did that too. So that's what I changed to ensure it didn't happen again.
Okay, so I also did that. That was our next question, what will we change to make our deficit better in clinic? So I also bought an alarm clock so I can be a little bit more timely. I also am going to make sure that I know my client the day before I have them, and I want to make sure all my stuff is organized. And I also have just recently done a few new cue cards for myself, a checklist, so I make sure I'm on top of all my stuff in clinic. 4, one tip to give each other.
No,
that was 2.
I made a mistake. I thought we were on 3, but we were on 2.
Okay, so Kandace is going to do question 2 one more time because she only answered 3.
So the improvement I needed to make was in professionalism and what is professionalism and what makes someone professional. I had to review.
That's question 5. Carry on.
Sorry. My answer for question 2 and 3 are the same.
I thought it was the same.
I thought we were on question 2.
No, I thought you answered 2 and 3 at the same time.
Okay.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Okay, so question number 4 is one tip to give to each other. So do you want to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay. You're gonna steal my answer. Okay, go.
Okay. My tip to Kate DeGasperis regarding our critical errors is that make mistakes and learn from them. So make sure we understand the teacher feedback we're getting, so we can learn from our mistakes, so it doesn't happen again. And to meet the requirements with professionalism and accountability and like everything we need to be successful. And it's like know your material and know what you need to do to be successful, and also to not get defeated when critical errors happen, and know that you're human and you will make mistakes, but like just try to stay positive and stay goal oriented. You know, our goal is to finish this program, so like remember that even though it feels like the world is working against you, it just is like what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. So like learn from it and stay positive.
So that was a really good response. I don't think I'm going to top that, but mine was just to be like proactive in clinic and make sure you're on time and make sure that you have everything organized, because that's what's been getting me. So I'm stressing that to you to always just kind of like have your ducks in a row. And like I've noticed that like making checklists and I've made new cue cards, that's really helped me. And like I do agree with you to always like make sure you're like being positive and not letting one thing defeat you, and always working towards your long-term goal, because we both really are excited for our long-term goals. So that's what I have to say about that. Okay, question 5. What does professionalism have to do with us and clinic? Okay, so we can answer this together if you want.
Define professionalism.
Okay, so in clinic, I think it has to do a lot with how you handle yourself and how you talk to your client and how you portray yourself to your client. That's just on like, the basic level, but I also think it is on how you like handle yourself in your career and what you do, and how ethical you are in your career, I guess, and how serious you take it. So infection control, that's one thing I got in trouble for in clinic one time, and that's also a part of professionalism, because you're taking accountability for a client, and like to be a professional in dental hygiene, you have to take responsibility for the client, so keeping them out of harm and out of in way of infection. That'd be one, right? Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Do you want to go on to question 6? Or
Yeah.
do you want to add to that?
No, 6.
Okay. What did we learn from each other today? Okay. I learned that Kandace is a very positive person, and I'm going to take after her examples of being organized. And I love that Kandace is actually really organized on her own, actually. So I'm going to take that example from her and steal her notes and pick her brain for that way, just because she's great at that. So.
And I learned from Kate a new way of like looking at school, and like pretty much I'm gonna steal all her material and like the way she like studies, because she actually is a really good student, and like being around her will help me do better in school if I have like positive thinking people around me who have like school habits and successful habits, then I too will like take those habits because I'm around them and be successful. So this
sorry
is what we learned.
Yeah. Sorry if this video was a little lengthy. We wanted to make it like fresh out of our brains.
Raw.
A raw journal. Anyway, thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Is it done? No.